represent them. You got motion if you own the business. You got motion if your mama out the trenches. You got motion if you in school for business or for gaming. You got motion if you level-headed and maintain a good mental. You got motion if you got a car and don't waste your bread on rentals. You got motion.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to season 3, episode 4, guys.
This is 3.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Welcome back to
that was the first time we recorded. That was episode 2.
To episode something, guys.
3.
We will be figuring it out.
It's episode 3. I promise you.
Episode 3.
We record every other week.
You don't need. So where did we get 4?
But yes,
You tell me.
this is going to be another installment of Millennials in Motion. Cue a sound effect.
Come on, they can see everything.
What? Oh,
Start over.
you did, bro. I forgot about
Well,
that.
since we all just gonna
Yo, hold on, let me grab mine. Let me just grab mine.
That is fruity juice.
Y'all can't wait an hour and some change. Good Lord.
Who SD card is this?
the treehouse. All right, restart.
I can't even breathe.
One more time.
Did it get your cup?
Represent them. You got motion if you own the business. You got motion if your mama out the trenches. You got motion if you in school for business or for gaming. You got motion if you level-headed and maintain a good mental. You got motion if you got a car and don't waste your bread on rentals. You got motion.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of season 3, episode 3 of Millennials in Motion. I know that was a bad intro, y'all. Disregard that. But you already know who it is. It's your boy Molly Mall from the 305, aka Mr. Brandon Campus Alive, the hottest personality on 90.5, the Flavor Station, and who is also in the studio with me today.
What's going on, everybody? Y'all know what it do, what it don't. It's your boy Ryan coming back to Millennials in Motion, where we get that real relatable entertainment spill. Coming from the only place where we joke and jive on I-95 Broward County, Florida, baby.
Crib. We haven't done that in a while. What's up? Hello? Hello? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Camille. Hold on, wait.
Ryan gonna clap every episode.
Okay, wait. Let me think. Go. No, go. I gotta think of something.
You want me to
But I always go left.
Okay, wait. Girl, what?
I do. This not the time.
Hey, y'all. It's Nyla. I just want to let y'all know that my hair is red right now, so I'm feeling hot, sexy, and cool.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Brianna J. We back in the studio, and we not finna play.
Okay. That was cute. I like that.
Period.
Tight. So, guys, how was, life updates? What's been going on with everybody?
Let me go first.
Oh, this is new.
Okay, so basically, the only thing I want to say is we just started October. It's October 2nd, and
Spooky season.
I have made some new goals for myself.
Okay.
So my first goal, well, this is for this month, and I'm just gonna see how it goes. My first goal is I want to stop eating pork.
Okay.
So
I like that.
my second goal is no nicotine. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, no nicotine. And my vape just died, which is perfect because I'm not gonna buy another one. And then my third thing is no liquor until homecoming.
Jeez, that's a month. Well,
That's 3 weeks.
Nah, that's a month.
That's a month.
It's
Homecoming November 2nd.
Yeah, it's November
Without
2nd.
looking for 4 weeks. Bro.
So, but
Ryan, you go
mean,
without liquor.
I'm like,
I have.
We're all
Not
over
recently, but I
21.
have.
so
you
yeah.
started
Yes.
this today?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Since my
Lit.
that's it.
My life update, I don't really have no goals set, but I'm just swamped. That's not even a word. But what I have realized, I don't want to be nobody president. I don't want to be nobody leader next semester. And I'm stepping down from everything to
Texas
focus
Club
on
is
me.
really taking a toll on you, Tway?
It's not even just Texas Club. It's
Everything.
Texas Club, J School in general,
Mm-hmm.
Delta, friendships, relationships. I'm just done. And I feel like I'm just happy when I don't have responsibilities. And I feel like my resume is built. So if you wanna clock my T, but
How you do that?
I'ma just pull up that resume.
I'm trying to make it like that ASMR.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. This October, I'm just really focused on having fun and yeah.
Life updates for me. I don't really have no major life updates. It's just that, around this time, it's like a lot of tests coming up, midterms and stuff like that. So just making sure I stay on top of my grades and that they don't slip. Ooh, and my professor let me take my quiz. Y'all, if y'all failing or y'all missed a quiz, go and beg that professor. Like, I literally...
Tell her all you did.
Bro, I emailed him. I went and wrote a note and slid it up under his door. I went to talk to him after class. Like, one thing I'm going to do is beg because I don't play.
Period.
I'm pretty good. Life been pretty smooth. My classes have been going pretty well. The storm just came through in Tallahassee, but it wasn't bad. It was a pretty cool experience. I'm glad everybody is safe, or hopefully everybody who's listening to this was safe. Yeah, I'm just taking it day by day for real, honestly. But yeah, I can't complain for real.
That's nice. Okay.
How about you, Molly Mall?
I'm looking at the camera. Hey guys. So
Right.
right.
These headphones, I can't even beat these.
I asked you, did you want it?
Hey,
She literally asked you that. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry,
Wait.
I didn't get
Trying to give my spiel, my real relatable, entertaining spiel. All right, y'all. So, for the hurricane, I took a little impromptu trip to Alabama. That was fun. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm going there this weekend.
Ooh. Ooh.
Who did that sound like?
Right.
Yes.
He knows what he's trying to do. That's why I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you're so sick. You're annoying.
That's a grown up. How old are you? Laughing at his
But
own
Bruh, continue
come
talking.
on, y'all. All right. But yeah, it was a cool little trip. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I hope everybody stayed safe for the hurricane, though. Yesterday we had a special guest at the radio station. We had Ricky Smiley come through. He spoke to some students, and that was a good time. He took us out for lunch after. That was good.
What y'all ate?
Golden Corral. Wasn't that crazy? Yeah. just some Golden Corral. Wasn't that crazy?
At least that's free food.
Yeah. But yeah, he actually made a drop. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah, let me hear it. No. Oh, for the show? Yeah.
Look at Bree. Look at Bree, y'all.
I thought he was gonna play Molly Mall TV.
He is.
Oh, I'm definitely playing.
No,
that.
you need to play Millennials in Motion. This is not the show
I didn't
for
make that one yet. You're
Okay,
right.
we don't want to hear it then next.
Oh. Forget y'all then. All right, but yeah, there will be a Ricky Smiley Millennials in Motion drop coming soon. Just hasn't been produced.
Ooh.
But yeah, that was pretty much what I've been up to. Pretty cool. What's the icebreaker
Speaking
for
of
today?
storms,
You trying to be funny?
we are on the edge of the end of civilization. The way these storms are coming in, global warming coming in, and it just got me thinking: what if aliens came in? And what if they came in and they took away every single resource that we have, all the precious metals, everything that we have that are like advanced technologies, and we were took back to like the Stone Age? But the only way to get back to reality would be to deliver them one fully functioning iPhone. How long do you think it would take us to do it? Mind you, we still have all the knowledge in our head of like the technological era, but we just don't have the resources.
Well,
The biggest factor would be communication for me, I think. Oh, yeah, I say the biggest factor would be communication, because there's no technology. It's so convenient to communicate, like sending a text or calling somebody, but you can't even mail. There's no paper, no ink, no addresses, no anything. It's just people and grass. So
nah, I don't think that's how that works.
It is.
Cause you got to think about it, right?
Paper is man-made.
Y'all not listening. Before everything was created, there was caveman, and there was dirt, grass, rocks, and everything, right?
That's
The
what
only
you
reason,
said.
the only reason,
Continue.
What
Come
did
on, come
you
on, come
say?
on.
Wait, what'd she
Continue,
say?
Rue.
What did
the
she
only
say?
That's what I just said.
The only reason that it took us so long to get to the point that we were at now is because we didn't have the knowledge. So we were still figuring stuff out. If we were literally like told to restart, we still have all the same resources. Everything is still on the earth. We just have to make it
No,
again.
we don't. That's the point. You have the knowledge, but you don't have the resources. You don't
That
have
means you
internet.
just gotta
You don't
make
have
stuff.
cell
How
phones.
You
How
don't
you gonna
need
make
you don't need
paper?
internet to make things.
Okay, what would you make?
Somebody made a phone before the internet came out.
What?
So okay, cause we're stemming
No,
away
they
from the
didn't.
question.
Yes, they did.
So
Not an iPhone.
But they made phones.
But like, okay,
right, but you gotta
I get what
understand that was a
you're saying, though.
progressive thing, dude. Well, go ahead. Say what you what you
Right.
think.
Like he's not talking about like an iPhone. Like we can make the
We can
simplest
make
phone
the simple
possible
phone.
to communicate.
Like cup and string.
It's I mean, cup and string is
That's a phone.
But you gotta think about it though. The iPhone was an innovative thing. It wasn't the first phone created. I get what you're saying, to where like you create a phone and then you kind of go from there. But the progression or the time to go through that progression to get all the way to the stages to where we're creating an iPhone, even if we do have the knowledge, we don't have the tools, we don't have the manufacturing facilities, none of that.
build that.
Right,
But
but
my
the
thing
question
is
is how
also-
long. That's the main question. How long? Not if we can. We obviously can, but the question is how long.
My also
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
my other
That's what I
thing
think.
is once this all happens and we're taken back to the Stone Age, people are gonna start fighting. They're gonna start killing each other.
Cannibalism.
Cannibalism, because you don't have no food, you don't have no shelter, you don't have
Well,
no
you still got
clothes.
animals at least.
You know how to hunt,
I learned. Shoot.
but the random
Right.
Joe don't know how to do all that, so they gonna steal yours after you hunt it.
No, they not.
You
Because
know.
I'm gonna hunt him. Come around this way, all right. But yeah, my
And
answer.
then also, natural born leaders are gonna start to form groups, and then that's how you're gonna start having one clique not like the other clique, and then they're gonna start fighting, and it's just gonna be this big, dramatic, drawn out, long-winded thing. And then you'll have people that be like, "Oh, I didn't even like how it was back then. Let's start some brand new stuff. We don't gotta make the iPhone." And then you're probably gonna have people trying to stop the people trying to make the iPhone. It's just gonna be bad.
So all of that. How long do you think with all those different factors going in?
Centuries.
Centuries. I agree. I don't think we're gonna create an iPhone in 2 years.
If
Camila,
y'all
what do you
think-
think? What do you think?
Go ahead.
I think it's gonna take centuries because it already took centuries.
the reason it took centuries was because we didn't know how.
I feel like you
But we're
just have,
still not gonna know how.
You have-
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
are.
do.
We
There's-
know how.
There's people that know how.
Not
How you
from
make
the
an iPhone
scratch.
right now? How you? We're saying that
the
there's
guy.
people that know how.
There's literally people that know how.
They,
So all they gotta do is do it again.
No.
they
You have to
built the
understand.
iPhone from other variants of a phone.
Exactly, and they already know. They already know the
They're
old
starting to
stuff.
know.
No, because the thing is, they know with the resources we have. You don't know anything that you don't have. No, you don't. Bree, ask the question again. Ask the
You
question.
don't have nothing but rocks and
Read-
dirt and grass.
See,
and
this is where
animals.
reading comprehension comes into play.
No.
You're not listening and comprehending.
History comprehension.
No.
No.
I don't. Y'all think the stuff that was used to get to that point is just magically gonna disappear from the earth? No.
I get what you're saying. Like they're still there.
They're still
but
here.
They have to be created to like.
Right.
to
So you
evolve.
think that they're gonna start all the way from the
from
iPhone
the
3?
from the
Not-
BlackBerry? No.
Yes, they gonna start from.
No, they're not. Why?
If they know how to make the 16 right now today,
You
Why
have
would
to
they-
think. They have
why
to,
would they start all the way back over? Why would they?
Wait.
Like,
You have to
what do you
understand.
mean?
They have to start with the internet. They have to start with the World Wide Web. They have to start from the basics. You can't
But
just
they
be like,
are-
oh,
But the
I
building
know what it
of
takes
the
to make
phone,
an
though.
iPhone. Let me just do that.
But let me tell you something. Let me hold on.
The question was deliver me an iPhone and you get everything
But you
back.
don't have the resources to make
You-
the
yes,
iPhone.
All right, this is what I'm gonna say. You saying that people know how to make iPhone? I just looked it up. Steve Jobs made an iPhone and he's dead. So,
And that leads to my point, right?
But
I'm gonna speak from an engineering perspective. A lot of things we build is from things that was already created. Our
Right.
job is just to make it better.
So we're gonna have to.
So we don't have
backtrack.
anything to work with. You have to start from the beginning to build it back up.
I understand.
You can't start with nothing and create an
I
iPhone.
understand that.
And
but
the people that made the freaking what's the thing where
The beeper, the button.
pager. Morse code.
Morse code and stuff like that.
Step and say.
They're dead.
Y'all want to know the difference between back then and now? We not speaking like this. Fire. What are we talking about?
Doesn't matter.
Yo.
He gonna get us canceled.
Like, we're not cavemen. Like,
We gonna turn into cavemen though. Like she said.
why would we do
Everybody's
that?
gonna be wanting to fight each other, and it's just gonna be a whole lot of.
Man, if y'all don't go
You got too much faith in humanity.
get
They are
some
gonna
trees
lose their
and some
mind.
wood and build a house,
It's gonna be a
Oh, you
party
know
at
how to
my
build a
crib,
house,
though.
Nyla?
I can figure
I can
it
build
out.
a house now. Put
Oh,
me-
so you can figure out how to build a house, but I can't figure out how to build a house or how to hunt.
Huh?
What?
I missed it. I was trying to say you could build a house, but I can't find out how to hunt because y'all was questioning me.
No, I didn't question you at all because I'm sure I could just
Feel me? All you gotta, it's very.
ain't no
I
all
watched
you
a
can-
lot of.
You don't have no
Listen,
gun.
I watched a lot of.
Well, you
survival
can't watch
shows.
get a
nothing.
sturdy
You
stick
can't
and
watch
stab
nothing
some
in this case, brother.
crap.
There's nothing to watch. There's
I
no
don't think y'all
YouTube because there's
understand.
no technology
My
because
brain-
there's no resources, brother.
This is not Men in Black. They didn't erase my memory. I still remember how to do things.
But you have
I'm not a
nothing to
dummy.
use that
But
knowledge
I
towards.
have
There's
the
nothing to
earth.
work
You
with,
don't have no knowledge of anything to build.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
I'm saying like you, Jamal.
How you know he don't know how to do nothing? What do you mean? You don't have no faith in my friend?
What does that mean?
You think he can't do nothing? Is that what you're saying right now?
What you finna build, Jamal?
Cut the mic.
I don't listen.
And how
The
you gonna reach out
question-
to build?
The scenario
Bill.
was, what if all of our
Who's Bill?
materialistic
Bill Nye.
things were wiped away and we were stuck at square one? If we still had the knowledge, if we were still the same people that we are today with the same brain power,
We could figure that
we
junk
could
out,
figure
man.
it out. It's not going to take us centuries because we're not as dumb as we were before.
It may
You
take.
realize they were literally stoning witches because they thought they were doing witchcraft and like we're not at that
But yet
point.
again, you got 10th graders who can't read on the second grade
Hello.
level. So
And then you
what are we
also-
talking about?
I'm not
You
a
also
10th
gotta
You
grader.
got smart people and you got some in their own way not so smart people.
Aliens
Still,
just
regardless.
came down. People are gonna be losing their mind.
I won't say a century. I'll change mine to a decade.
That's more understandable.
I was gonna change mine from 2 years to more, but definitely not.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's say our final answers and then let's move on
All
from
right.
there.
Final answer.
I still say centuries.
Yeah, I say a decade.
50 years.
20. I'm gonna go 20.
I'll go 15.
Period.
Cool.
DM us.
I wish there was an actual answer because now.
DM us with y'all's answers.
Yeah, man. I want
what
to
do
hear
y'all think?
I
What
want
do
to
y'all
hear what y'all think. 'Cause they making us seem like we crazy.
But on that same note, what would y'all do if the government was to collapse? Because this is a very critical election season.
Ooh, I wrote some notes.
And,
Hold on. I-
If
Write
the
that
election
notebook.
doesn't swing in our way, it is looking pretty dark. So, what is y'all's plan?
Well, okay, before I give my real spiel for real, well, I guess this is my real spiel, but I'll say to deviate a plan, you have to be knowledgeable what's going on first. And I feel like the problem with a lot of people, especially with politics, they don't know the bare minimum of what's going on. They don't understand how even the government, the political system in different aspects and different branches, the power hierarchy of everything, they don't understand the bare minimum of that. And if you don't understand that, you don't understand the problem of what's going on, and you're just doomed regardless. So I feel like if you have at least a bare minimum, not even a bare minimum, but you have an understanding of what's going on in politics and how that affects you every day, that kind of makes it easier to decipher what your plan gonna be. Now what that plan is, I don't know. I'm gonna be real, I don't know, because I never thought that far until like 2 days ago when you said that. Or you feel me? But y'all help me out.
So the question is, what are we gonna do if the government was to collapse? Well,
He's gonna build an iPhone.
Bruh.
if the government was to collapse,
he's gonna hunt for food.
the first thing I would probably do Because I'm thinking total destruction. I'm thinking purge.
I'm gonna
When
move.
y'all say exactly, I'm gonna move.
Like I'm leaving the country.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
Do you have citizenship somewhere else? Right.
The Virgin Islands is a part of the U.S. They're like their own dominion, but they're like
they're not part of the
So-
government system, but they're within the.
I'm going to Puerto Rico. Is that what I'm thinking about?
Isn't that in the U.S. though?
nah, that's not cause. Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, never mind.
I'm sure you won't be able to go to any U.S. territories. Like,
I'm going to Jamaica.
I'm
Okay.
going where I want to go.
Well, okay, let me.
and then you also have to think, like, if it was that easy to just get up and go, other countries that have been their government has fallen, they would just be getting up and going.
Well, let me ask you this: when
It's easy for us
when
to
you
get up
say
and go.
Why do you say that?
We're the United States.
You think that how you gonna get there? You gonna walk?
especially if everybody's trying to do the same thing.
I'm sure the airport's gonna be shut down.
It's cool. I'll get a boat.
If the government falls,
Yes.
they're gonna stop the airplanes.
Well, it's chaos at that point. So, are you saying? Well, okay.
The pilot's trying to get out of here too.
Let's backtrack. When you say collapse,
Yeah, what do you mean
Do you mean
by
like
that?
total destruction? Because I was looking at this from different aspects, like if we had like another economic situation or war.
Like, yeah, are you
broke out,
talking
was
about?
or if
thinking
it's like a dictatorship
Yeah, I
hierarchy
was
type of
thinking
thing, like what?
dictatorship, Project 25. You're black, so you're a slave now.
Oh, so this only affecting black people then.
Well, no. If you're not like
But I get what you.
maybe
if you're
like
a mi-
Nazi Germany, like if you're not the white man with blue eyes.
if you're a minority, basically.
Yeah.
Got you.
concentration
Well,
camp.
everybody going back to their homeland.
But you're not. Where are you?
I'll find a
Not
way.
even.
I'll find a way.
But like the
They
people that
did-
don't
People
know,
are gonna.
They
create
did it
groups
back
to
back then in
conflict it, for sure.
18 and night. They did it. They found a way. I'll find a way in 2024.
Folks, people gonna fight. Honestly.
yeah, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of fighting.
Of course.
Cause I was doing, that was what I was gonna say. I was doing when I was kind of like looking into the question and like kind of doing a little bit of research. I watched a video on TikTok. I forgot what was his name. His name was George Lane.
He took notes.
Yeah, his name was George Lane. He was speaking at He was speaking at a political event. I don't know why I can't remember right now. But basically, he was persuading the idea that if Trump doesn't win, that there's going to be a civil war because people if he doesn't win. And his
Because
point
they're not gonna want to accept that he didn't win. They
Exactly.
didn't even accept that he lost the first time. So
exactly.
I know for a fact they
So
act a fool.
So I was thinking in that regards, well, even if something happened in chaos in regards to a civil war, rather than like we're in total war and chaos with other countries and nations outside of this, like how would that look as well too? But I think that kind of would just lead to back to history where we fighting back to back.
So basically, y'all saying we doomed either way if he win or don't win.
That's
Well, it's not surrounded
I believe
around
that.
him directly, but
That's a very pessimistic viewpoint on life.
I believe that though.
well, this was a kind
Well, I wouldn't say doomed because I'm assuming that the Kamala Walls party has like they thought of this. Hopefully, they're smart enough to know that they're not going to accept this if they win lightly. So I'm hoping that they're prepared and they have security and they have the military ready and stocked to fight these white people. Cause
But I feel like honestly, especially as a minority,
y'all know our president is a Republican, and he's best friends with DeSantis.
Talked about that in class.
But we don't know if he's a Trump supporter, but he's best friends with DeSantis. And
They saying he a plant, so he could
Wait,
put
you talking about
DeSantis
FAMU's?
views in our university.
you talking about FAMU's president?
FAMU's
Who's
intern president is a
The
Republican.
beard guy?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I didn't know he was best friends with DeSantis though,
Well, I'm
but I
finna
knew he was
interview
a
Why are you best friends with this?
Be real with me.
what does he provide?
What does he provide?
Wait, who's a plant?
The president.
Beard.
The president. They're saying he's a plant to put in DeSantis views on our university.
Well, okay, let me ask this.
I heard they trying to merge us with FSU.
what?
They ain't
Well,
doing
that's
that.
gonna
They will
where you hear
never
that
do
from?
that. They will never do that.
What source did you hear that from?
They will.
The engineering people.
They will never do
The
that.
FAMU FSU College of Engineering people.
Yeah.
The ones
The school that's already
That's the
merged.
first. That's the first step. Next thing you know,
Girl,
nursing
what?
program, J school gonna be over there. You see? Let me not say that.
Oh Lord.
Nah.
I was gonna ask a question, but I lost track. Wait, damn. It's okay.
Go out and vote, guys. If you're not registered, you still have 5 days to register.
Oh yeah, let me say something about voting, because I'm doing a package on voting, y'all, and I did not know that on the voting ballot is more than just the presidential candidates that you're right. You got the senators, you got your local people, you got amendments on the back, and make sure y'all go out and vote, because it's one amendment that's about abortion, it's one about legalizing marijuana, it's another one about taxes for schools and stuff like that. So make sure y'all go out and vote. I ain't gonna tell y'all who to vote for, but y'all know who to vote for.
But see, people worried about Diddy instead of worrying about the policies. That
Diddy ain't worried about y'all.
Who is Diddy? Oh,
Diddy can't worry about nobody.
Oh,
He in jail
Diddy.
now.
Yeah, they over here said talk about Didi.
Who is Diddy? Who is Diddy? What do you mean?
no, but speaking on Diddy, they did say that them names about to be coming out soon.
I'm sick of
No, y'all know they dedicated a hotline for him.
For real?
Yeah, like if anyone has ever been,
Who that is?
that's my mama.
Oh,
If anyone has ever been like S8 or something like from Diddy, they can call this hotline to confess. Like they have a specific hotline
Diddy
just
hotline.
for Diddy.
That sounds
crazy.
funny.
That's scary.
This is like to speak on their transgressions about Diddy. or
Yeah,
to
like I mean, I think
actually
it's
speak
I think
directly
it's
to
just
them.
like a violence type of hotline thing.
I'm
I saw
waiting
it on-
for Justin
I don't know
Bieber to
where I
speak
saw
up.
it.
The Diddy hotline. The diddler.
Anyway, next.
So they kind of switch it up just a little bit more, just to kind of change the topic. We're gonna talk about kids. You feel me? So I want to get y'all thoughts and y'all opinions on what do you think? Do you believe that it's necessary for a child to struggle to understand the value of $1?
Hold that thought.
that's vape is a super max.
That's what I said.
All right, so go and change the topic up a little bit, or change the conversation a little bit. I'm sorry. It's a force to
This
have it,
guy.
bro. Mark,
Oh,
But you're not supposed to say the
brother.
question again.
Yeah, you
This
wasn't. You were
guy
supposed to just get into it, bro. You already said it.
Just start the
clip it out. Go ahead.
conversation.
what's y'all thoughts?
Literally.
Okay, well, I just feel like if I got it, why would you want your child to go through that? Like, I'm not saying like you gotta give them like everything in the world, but it's like, so the person was like they want their child to grow up how he grew up.
Basically, it was
Why?
two
But,
sides.
like-
So I'm sorry. So originally this derived from a TikTok to where it was another podcast to where one dude, he was basically stating, I struggled, so my kids gonna struggle, even though he don't have kids, and I don't care if they struggle because I struggled. And the woman on the other hand, she was like, that's crazy. You need to make sure you're in a good place so they don't struggle. And because you've been through the struggle, understand how that feels, why would you want to pass that on to your
Yeah,
child?
like why would you want your children
Yeah,
to go through that?
yes.
That
Well-
actually makes me upset to hear, because
I'm gonna play devil's
Ricky
advocate, so I'm gonna let y'all
Smiley
go.
said it best yesterday. He said, once you get out the hood, you don't gotta go back. You're not obligated to go back. And I feel like that's the problem with the black community. We're so focused on making your kids struggle for the wealth that you already got, but with other cultures, they are setting their children up for success. They have generational wealth. You're not gonna have generational wealth because you making your baby struggle. And now if he don't make it, then what? Then do you give him the money or what?
All right.
Like
Wait,
his
before you play
parents.
devil advocate, let me go.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna say hello. I don't know why I can't hear myself on this side, but I'm gonna go along with Bree, because you do see that a lot, like with other not other cultures, like other races and stuff like that. Like they set their children up. Now I do understand like you not wanting your child to be like a spoiled brat or just take stuff like for advantage and stuff like that, but it's okay to teach them financial literacy at the same time. Like you can tell them, okay, this is the proper way to do this, you save by doing this, with still letting them have a good life.
Like it's parents setting up like bank accounts for
Yeah,
them, like
and you could teach them as
credit
they go,
credit
yeah.
scores, like
and it's like giving your child an allowance and showing them, okay, once you spend this is gone, you don't have no more money for the month or the week or stuff like that.
And I feel like just because you raise them in a good house, in a good neighborhood, and they go to a good school, doesn't mean they have to be balling out of control. They don't have have to get everything that comes out, but just making sure that they're stable, that they have a good education. I think that's the bare minimum that you could do. If you have it, why not provide? And you could also raise your children in a humble way and raise them to understand what they could be living in. Show them your family and how they live in, because I'm sure everybody got some family members not living too hot, and then teach them that way. You don't have to make them struggle and fend for themselves. I don't even understand how you could do that. If you live in lavish, how you letting your kids struggle?
Because they never healed from their own struggle, and that's the thing. A lot of people haven't experienced success without struggle, so it's like, why would I accept you being successful without having to deal through it when they didn't have the opportunity to deal with that with themselves?
That's what be messing people up mentally.
Yeah,
That's
because they're taking the energy, all the hurt and pain they never healed from that struggle, and trying to put that burden onto their own child or their own people.
It's giving I'm jealous of my child.
I don't think that's what it is. All right.
What do you think?
So, guys, I think that it's more about learning like life lessons, and because let's say, for example, your child, you give him everything that they want, right? You guys have money, whatever. Let's say you end up going broke, and now you guys are in a situation where you're no longer as financially stable as you were before. That child that got everything growing up, he is not going to know how to maneuver. He's not going to know how to live his life. He's not going to know how to hustle. He's not going to know how to make money because everything was handed to him. So from the aspect of like, that doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, I'm finna take you back to the hood, you finna grow up in the trap, like that. I don't think that's what they mean when they say like, I'm gonna make my child struggle. I think it's more so like, I'm going to make them understand that there's no success without work. Like you can't
I feel like you can do that without struggling.
I was gonna say work and struggle
You can
aren't
teach
the
them without
same.
them having
I get
to
what you're saying, because you can educate your child on how to be successful and what you need to do and make them work, but you don't have to have them suffer themselves, because you're telling them everything not to do what you went through already.
Let me ask you a question. If you were dropped in the middle of a random city, could you find your way home?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You think you could?
I believe so. Yeah.
What would you do? How would you get home?
Talk to people.
Ask around.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a lot of people can do that. But
I
like,
can't.
like,
That's why I just move it.
like there's people that can't do that. And if you have no knowledge of public transportation, or if you don't know bus routes, or if you don't know train routes, if you don't understand how to read street signs, a lot of people don't know how to read street signs. Like they don't know their streets. So it's like, that's one aspect. I'll say, like, growing up, I was really upset with like my parents when they used to make me I had to take the public bus from high school, all throughout high school. I had to take like 3 buses just to get to school. But in the beginning, when I was younger, like I was scared, of course, I never took the bus before, and I was upset because I used to have to wake up every morning at 5 a.m. just to get to school on time and take 3 different buses. But at the age and at the point that I'm in now, like I realized that allowed me to rely on like my own like mental, like I feel like I can get dropped anywhere and I can find my way home because I understand like how cities maneuver, how to like find different public transportation and things like that. Like in Miami, there's a lot of like buses and stuff. Like we don't, in New York it's a train, it's a subway, but in Miami it's like buses. So I can literally get dropped anywhere in Miami and I can find my way home because of the fact that I was forced to take the bus growing up. And you know, like I feel like a lot of that, and it allowed me to also have more freedom, because you ever think about like when you wanted to go to a party or like the mall or something and you didn't have a ride, and it was like, if I ain't got a ride I can't go. Like I didn't have to deal with that because I knew how to get there and I knew how to get home. So it was like, the struggle doesn't necessarily have to mean like, I'm not gonna give you money, I'm not gonna, but I think it's more so knowing how to make sure your child understands like the real world, because when you have money, people like children get spoiled. People get spoiled. That's why those like rich white kids, like they act the way they act. People be like, why would he shoot up a school, or why would he do this, or why he got all these guns? His parents got money, they bought him all those guns.
But see, the difference, they're being spoiled without being educated as well.
Yeah,
too.
I agree. You made some valid points, but at the end of the day, I don't think that your child should have to struggle. I don't think, maybe struggle is just not the right word, because I can do all that by still allowing them to have a good life.
Right.
I feel like I could just educate my child, teach them to not be spoiled, and then maybe some days, one day out of the month, you got to go fend for yourself. But for them to have a struggling childhood, I don't agree with that.
And it's also like different. Everybody learns differently. Some people don't learn by you telling them or by you showing them. They literally have to go through hardships and be down bad before it actually clicks in their head. Like, okay, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
Because
and it also depends on what type of kids you have. If you have a good kid that's like straight A student, she or he is very aware of the world, then I feel like then you don't have to do that at all. But you just need to know who your child is. If you can tell that your child is a spoiled brat, then okay, you finna take this month to learn about the real world.
Right.
But if they just oh, I'm losing my voice. But if they know, then I'm not gonna make their life harder. They've been a good kid.
And I feel like the goal as a parent is to give your child everything that you didn't have and make it easier for, you know. I think the whole goal is just to make it easier. Why make it harder if you don't have to?
I will say this though. I think struggle is inevitable regardless of how much you try to avoid it or not. In this case, it's whether you're intentionally trying to have your child struggle or if they're just going to go through it naturally. Because no matter what stage of life you're in, what you know or what you don't know, life, book smart, street smart, anything in that regards, there's always going to be something you don't know, and there's always going to be experiences that you have that's going to teach you more about life and how to go through different circumstances and areas in your life. So I feel like I don't think you always should look at struggle as a bad thing, because if you're open to growth and change, you have to understand that the journey to getting from point A to point B isn't going to be easy. But if you're intentionally trying to make things harder for yourself or for somebody that you're investing into, especially if that's your own seed, that's your own child and blood, then that's where kind of all the politics and all the issues come into hand, because you're not only giving your child struggle, you're giving them trauma, you're giving them pain that's not only going to stay with them as a child or grow away, that's going to carry with them as they're an adult, and now they have to put in the heavy work to kind of heal because you made it a lot harder than it needed to be, rather than just giving them the gems, giving them the experiences that they need so they don't struggle in the capacity that you did, that nobody should really struggle through for real. But at the same time, give them the resources to where when they're going through life by themselves in adulthood, it allows them to kind of go through those different obstacles and trials and be like, well, I'm stuck here, but because of the foundation I have, I'm able to get from point A to point B type vibe. So yeah.
And I also think as a black child, it is very important to educate them, especially with the world that we live in, because you're not going to have the same opportunities as your counterparts. And also you need to know how to carry yourself in situations like being pulled over or something like that. It's just going to be a different vibe. And if you are in that spoiled brat, why you pull me over type mess, that's not going to really slide for you. So I just think you just need to know who your child is, have those conversations, educate them, and you won't have to worry about making them struggle if you raise them right. Initially.
I don't think, like you said earlier, I don't think struggle is the right word, but I'm definitely gonna let my child go through it. Like, not go through it, but they're not getting everything. Like it's like they're not getting everything, because there's just a certain level of gratitude and work ethic that you want, you know, your child to have, because God forbid something happens to me and I don't have the capacity to maintain the same lifestyle that we were living. If you don't know how to go out and get a job, and you don't know how to work, if you don't know how to do a lot of these things, you're just going to be stuck. So I definitely want, because like I'll even say with me, like in the past, like I very rarely ask like my parents for money, like very, very rarely ask my parents for money, like almost never. And it's like even if I know like they have it and they're willing to help me out, like I kind of force myself to figure it out sometimes, because I feel like once I'm outside in the real world, or God forbid I don't have my parents, I'm going to be stuck to have to figure it out. So it's like I'm training myself early to already like be able to do it. That way when I'm in that position later, if I'm ever in that position later, then I can adjust. But yeah,
I was gonna say that you know, like coming to college, my mom didn't want me to like work and stuff like that, but if you don't work, you're not getting no money. So it's like, at the same time, it's like for a long time I was kind of listening to her, just like not working and just, you know, trying to figure it out on my own. But it's like now I'm to a point where it's like I gotta do it myself. Like I can't just.
You're an adult now,
Yeah,
so it's like
so
you're gonna
it's
have to
like-
learn how to sustain yourself
Yeah.
either way.
Yeah. Plus with my lifestyle change,
Yeah,
I gotta make some money.
that's real.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't asked my parents for money for real since freshman year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great topic, guys.
Shout
I
out.
asked my mama for money all the time.
Shout outs.
I asked her to buy me some socks today, actually. I could have bought
You
my
love
own
you some
socks.
How many different socks do you have, if you know?
See, my thing is I have like a bunch of socks. I got long socks, short socks, fuzzy socks, characters, colors, but I don't have no black and white socks. So I just asked her to buy me a pack of black and white
And that's real. Like my mom always be telling me, like, if you need anything, like, you can ask me to get it. But it's
Yeah.
like,
I said, buy me these, please.
It don't ever be that deep.
it's just
sometimes.
bro.
Yeah.
But shout out to Ricky Smiley, man. Thank you for once again pouring so much into us. Thank you for the drop for Millennials in Motion, as well as for Made It to Monday. So yeah, shout out family, shout out the station. Oh, shout out JP, shout out Big Homie Tiny, shout out Nova King for coming to 90.5 in Park on Friday. Yeah.
Big shout out to God. Shout out to the Motion crew. Shout out to the Motion movers. Shout out to my family back home and up here. And yeah, that's all I got for it.
No shout outs today, but motion movers do not give up.
When you gonna have a shout out?
I don't know,
Have a shout
like,
out.
nobody ain't been doing it for me, and
I
yeah.
Shout out your teacher.
Oh yeah, let me do a shout out to Mr. Brickler, because it be some professors that don't be trying to like work with students like for all just side. They don't be trying to work with students like a 0 be a 0 and that be it. But it's like you have those one in a million professors that are willing to help you and hear you out and just be like, here, like, I don't want you to fail.
That's
Here you
another
go
thing.
and give you a chance.
Hate a professor that want to see you fail. Like, why are you praying on a black kid's downfall? Like,
Why are you a teacher, bro?
You do not
You
get
weird.
paid more to fail.
you're weird.
Right.
You're actually weird.
Shout out E60. Shout out my roommate. That's my line sister. Because I feel like I haven't had a solid roommate in like so long.
Maya?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like we have real good conversations. I don't know. I just haven't had a roommate relationship that's good.
She seemed real cool.
Well, and she also my line sister. So, but yeah. Also, a word of advice. It's October. Homecoming coming up at the end of the month. If you are a freshman or if this is just your first FAMU homecoming, I would say slow down for the beginning of October. Get all that work together. Don't party too much. Stack your bread. Get your clothes put in your cart. Get your hairstyle booked.
Mm-hmm. That should have been put. Well,
Mine not booked, so
Yes.
They barely even open.
yeah, it's
what
too
you
early.
call
the book's
it?
not even open yet.
Right.
But yeah, be prepared. Kamala Harris is gonna be here November 2nd.
Ooh-wee.
She
What?
probably gonna shut the city down.
They're going on the HBCU tour.
FAMU wasn't on there.
They dropped a new
added it.
list.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the
Um,
city is done.
Yeah. And I think FSU homecoming is this year.
it's the same day. It's the
Same day as ours.
It's the same week.
City is gone.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah,
great.
so
We're great.
Homecoming game same
word of
day.
advice,
For real.
don't move your car,
day?
just walk.
For real, just walk.
Games on the same day.
Just buy a scooter.
that's dumb.
I don't know.
That's
but
just not even smart.
Disclaimer: if you know where I live, do not ask me to park in front of my house because your car will get towed, or you may not be able to drive home. That's all I'm gonna
Uprooted
say.
on the way.
No. Next shout out. Let's go.
I really don't have no shout outs for real, but I do want to give a shout out to my coworker, Brianna. She gave me
period.
she gave me her student ticket to FSU's game this weekend, so I get to be a no for the day, and I'm so excited. Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
and they're playing Clemson.
But they
like,
sorry this year.
yeah, but still, it's just it's the plot. Like, I just want to go. I'm
never been.
gonna put on my cute little white girl outfit. I'm wearing my cowgirl boots too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be cute.
You gonna
I'm so
tailgate
excited.
too or no?
I want to, but I don't even know if I'm gonna go for real because I got work and I'm trying to get somebody to cover my shift. But if nobody covers my shift, I'm just not showing up to work.
Period.
Don't do that now.
She the best employee.
No,
She
I'm
do
saying
that.
though, but like at least call, be like, I'm not feeling well or something.
But my manager already knows I want to go to the game.
Quick
so.
story time. I used to work at Chick-fil-A.
What you was front of the house or you were in the back?
It was during COVID, so it was all front.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I guess there was still a back, but I was in the front. But the inside was open. We just did drive-through. Anyway, I worked there for a year and a half, and I never called in, never missed a day of work. But my best friend, he also worked at the Chick-fil-A with me. It was his birthday, and he was having a big party. And the Chick-fil-A people knew that I wanted to go, but they had scheduled me, and I couldn't find nobody to take my shift. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to just call in. But they didn't want me to call in because I didn't have nobody to take my shift. Why they suspended me? My first time ever calling in a year and a half just because they was petty.
That's a white people
Jobs,
shit.
yeah,
Oh,
jobs be petty.
damn. So I'm so.
Especially Chick-fil-A.
Wait, yeah. Mark that. I didn't even say that.
But yeah, I shortly quit after that.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to
Word of the episode.
Oh yeah,
Apocalypse.
iPhone. Bree, you wanted your word to be chosen?
No.
I don't like iPhone.
The word is apocalypse.
Downfall.
I don't like apocalypse either.
End times.
That's
Caveman.
so dark. Can you give it like a half of your word?
Caveman.
Caveman. All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Millennials in Motion is a product of WANM-FM 90.5 in the School of Journalism and Graphic Communication at Florida A&M University.